Welcome to the Big House, Michigan Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Each and every season, this is one of my favorite games because these are the blue bloods of college football. Two of the winningest programs in the history of the sport. Oklahoma got the win last year against Michigan, and now with Kyle Whittingham under the helm, let's see how Oklahoma at Michigan kicks off here today in the Big House. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Sooners ready to kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will get first crack at it today. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
And this is a great challenge for this Michigan D-line. You think back, David, to guys like Aiden Hutchinson coming off the edge. They just have dudes up front that win the one-on-ones. And it's not just guys on the outside. They've got bodies on the inside that can win too. But as a group, this D-line at Michigan, they've been impressive.
They're dirty, right? And it's fun. The fun thing about them to watch them over the years, you're right. It's defensive tackles sometimes, but every time you look at the draft, you're seeing a defensive lineman for Michigan that's in the first round. And whether it's inside, whether it's outside, they've always find those guys that really affect the pass.
Might as well stick with him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
The Wolverines line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. One of the games within the game that we've been looking forward to all week. How will he handle this star cornerback on the other side of the ball? Off the play fake on first down. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
Well, that time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down in the 42.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now the play fake. Swings it out to his running back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing at the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
A lot of times on 3rd and long, you're not thinking blitz. You're thinking they're going to sit back in zone and play conservative. They blitz, kind of break tendency, get to the quarterback. He gets the screen off. But, man, great job by this defense. Not just flying upfield, not paying attention, and letting them catch that screen behind them. That's a big stop on 3rd and long.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throwing, Underwood. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Harris. Breaks into the open. Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive.
Number 29, set to take this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the back. Underwood. Using the quick game. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
Brings up 2nd down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Play action with Underwood. Makes the catch. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter.
7, Michigan 0.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Extending the play. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Catch is made at the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
2nd down coming up. Handoff to Xavier. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Quick release by the QB. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Sategna. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
They'll run it. It's Robinson. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
To throw, it's Mateer. Makes a catch. Tackled at the 16-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down, and we'll see if they go for it here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 29, set to kick this one away.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Here's Underwood to throw. Finds his man. It's Marsh. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Reads it, fires complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Gets a hand in there and breaks it up. It's incomplete, but wait, there is a flag down on the play.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Plucks it out of the air. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Motion from the wideout. Nice move there.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Michigan, 0.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play-action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Sategna. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And that's the start you absolutely talked about and discussed in the locker room. This defense, they didn't have a lot of success in the first half. They needed some good things to go their way, get a stop, create some momentum. Great first drive by this defense. Now their offense has got to put some points on the board.
The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing, Underwood. That's caught. It's Marshall. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Makes the grab. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The keeper on the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Doing it himself again. Got enough for the first. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And now let's take a look at the stats of what has been a nip and tuck affair. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they are having none of it.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Underwood rushes on him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And it's good! And now it's a one-possession game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Makes the catch. It's Harris. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Robinson. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
A run for the quarterback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. The run inside. It's Sategna. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the 1st down marker.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped at the 28. That's a couple of yards short of the line to gain, and they'll need 2 on 4th down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. Going for the marker on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the 1st down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
To the ground. He's got it again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You wonder about the mindset right now of the offensive coordinator, too, because they need points, and running the football just is not going to get it done. Early in the drive, late in the drive, I think you've got to be in attack mode right now throwing.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. On the move, he fires. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? Just feels like every time this QB is throwing the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Underwood in the gun on third down. On target. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down. And let's see if they go for it here.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
First down.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.